We have the Thunderstrike raid returning. We have the Blastaar event returning, and we have more character shards that we can add to our account. Let's get prepared for what's going to be happening at Marvel Strike Force this week. Regarding the Brimstone Battle Pass, let's just take a peek here. This is the one that's going to be ending. We see the timer in the upper right-hand corner there. This was the gold Battle Pass. Did you like this? Was this a good idea? Did this help get you back on track? Are there gold and training materials here that assisted you, or are you just kind of saving it up for the next team? When it comes to the Battle Pass, which is different from the Strike Pass, there's really no way to get ahead. You can't save things up for the next one. So you just get through this by playing the game. Brimstone will be the next team that is going to be entered. So we'll look to see tomorrow what it looks like. Is this feasible? Is this something that's reasonable for you to do? It's always reasonable to finish it, but is it something that we should pay for? We'll take a look at the actual numbers when we see the Battle Pass next, or when we see the Battle Pass come into the game. The Thunderstrike raid is going to be also launching. So again, that's that special raid using the Stormbound characters. We see the countdown there in the corner. Thunderstrike raid is a good idea. They did make some changes. They did make some adjustments. Let's take a look and see what they are, and then see if those things are going to be able to help us get rewards or not. So it says that the Thunderstrike raid returns with improvements. The next Thunderstrike raid alongside the Rolling Thunder event goes live December 29th. So this is what we have to do for this week, and there's some updates involved. Here's what's changing. There's going to be a new node featuring a recommended team. So they're adding the new mutants to the Stormbound characters. So with that new node, the new mutants will excel there. You can use other characters, but the new mutants, it says, will shine brightest in this node. So here's my new mutant team. I don't have any power in magic. We can still use other characters, so I'll see if I can mix and match something to lever that to my advantage. It's an opportunity to score high if we have the team, and in this case, got the team. We're also going to have access to healing currency. So one of the things we couldn't do last time was heal up. So now this time we will be able to heal up. We'll see how much. We'll see what that means when it happens. But like it says, less waiting, more smashing. Stormbound node difficulty adjustment. So the third node will be a little easier than before. It looks like it's still going to be challenging, they say, but it should feel less punishing. I think there was some automatic speed stuff happening there, and hopefully that will be removed. Lower point requirements for unlocking the passive awakened ability. So they reduced the point totals for that passive awakened ability, and there's a new milestone. All right, so let's just go check that out because that's important. So we can see here in the milestone section, we have Rolling Thunder and Crashing Lightning. So those are two things. Hey, Immortal Weapon Assembly. That's not on the list, so we'll have to check that out as well. Rolling Thunder and Crashing Lightning. So the Rolling Thunder milestone is the solo milestone. It doesn't look like there's a leaderboard, at least not active right now. And as we go through our rewards, what we're seeing mostly is Thunderstrike red stars. Now, a couple points we want to look at. So milestone 15 here. If we can get to milestone 15, 10,000 points, we'll have to see when the event launches what that actually means. But we have level 5. We have purple 5 ions there at the 10,000 point mark. 7 red star Thunderstrike, and as you can see, my Thunderstrike, last time we didn't do that good. We did not do that good, but we'll see what happens this time around. We have some more purple ISO there, and then once again, here's what they were talking about: milestone 20 and milestone 21. We have the passive and we have the basic. So if we can make it to milestone 20, very important also, there's another opportunity for purple 5 ions, and then we also have an opportunity to get that passive awakened ability for Thunderstrike. If we have enough to get to 21, we'll check out the math tomorrow. That's a diamond Thunderstrike, and then we get the basic awakened ability. What would this do to our Thunderstrike? Let's take a look. So here we are looking at my Thunderstrike. Again, I could benefit from some of those red stars. How far did you get in this event last time? How many red stars do you have on your Thunderstrike? The passive is what we're competing for by going through this event. All right. So the awakened passive says down here at the bottom on Crucible, if Blastaar is an ally, until this character completes a turn, enemies cannot fill speed bar for themselves. Allies, enemies, does not apply to speed bar gain through normal means. On Crucible offensive, Blastaar is an ally. Enemies cannot have their speed or resistance increased except by positive effects. So hopefully I said that right before. Blastaar is an ally. Blastaar is an ally. So this first part, it just stops manufactured speed. It is allowing for individuals to get it from positive effects. And again, it just reinforces that here. So this stops manufactured speed. So again, this is something they've been leaning into in the game. This passive will make it so, well, we assume will make it so that Thunderstrike and Blastaar then live up to their full potential as that dynamic duo in Crucible. The other thing that's at the bottom there is the basic awakened ability. So what we basically have here is more damage and additional bleed to the basic. Again, this is on Crucible offense, and it's going to reduce the duration of regen. So it's just going to decay regens by 2. This doesn't seem super powerful, right? This doesn't seem super important. I think what it's kind of meant to do is, again, one of the things that happens, pardon me, I'm a little bit under the weather, but one of the things that happens with, we're just looking at the standard basic now with Thunderstrike. One of the things that happens is if you attack him, right? Where is it at? So just to reiterate, if you attack him, right? Architects of Thunder, his passive abilities, if you attack Thunderstrike, or an ally, again, that's going to be anybody who's on that Crucible team, then Thunderstrike is going to attack that character, okay? So I believe that those two are related, and so just what will happen is just a bunch of little ping attacks, and so that will it'll do some extra damage, add an extra bleed, and remove regens, which again, stop people from passively healing, and add extra damage over time with the bleed effect. So we'll see what we're able to do with our Thunderstrike. I'm curious to know what you think is possible, right? How much of that will actually be possible for the regular player. Is you have to be part of a Big Dog Alliance to get that done. Another thing that is going to be happening is the Blastaar Scourge event. It is indeed coming back. So if we take a look in there, again, what's being given out is red stars for Blastaar. My Blastaar is looking pretty good. He's all full. How about yours? Is your guy all filled up? So for some of us, this might just be it. My Blastaar is good on both accounts, by the way, so I don't recall this being super difficult. So we say, well, why are we doing this? Well, it's just to get some extra stuff, right? So essentially, if you make it to the bottom, you don't have to, but there's some Armory 20s. If you make it to 19, there's some, Crimson Raid Orbs, 19s, who cares? Raid Orbs. So if you make it to the bottom, there's 20, there's Raid Orbs, and that's just, again, extra. It's just extra rolls, right? It's just extra rolls. You've heard the phrase, it's better to be lucky than good. So it's just extra rolls. So maybe you get some gear tier 20 that you can use right now, or maybe you're like, man, I can't use this right now. Well, it will be for other characters that fall into that genre later on. So just be mindful that this is coming up as well. We'll try to do the best that we can. Two other really important points that we might not have noticed that are in the game right now. Point number one, the Insidious Six adjustment has been made to their recruitment. They are now in the basic, premium, and mega orbs, and they're going to have the opportunity to be in that first slot on the character store from the Age of Annihilus. So this is something, again, that happened a couple days ago. If you didn't notice, it's live in the game right now, so we can get character shards for our Insidious 6 characters, right? If we go to find, it's just reminding us that if we want to open again, the bumps, our basic, our premium, our mega orbs, that it's a chance to have Insidious 6 individuals in there, so we might as well open those if we haven't, if we want orbs, if we want character shards for this team, to start farming them in that manner. They also have that opportunity to fit, as he said, in that first slot on the character store. So I believe that's this up here, right? So we got Hobgoblin, Spider-Man. If we want to put diamonds on them, they have an opportunity to appear up there, I think, or if we're talking about, they might have been talking about right here. I apologize. First slot right here in the Age of Annihilus store. But we do know that there is something other people here in that first slot, right? So we got Sebastian Shaw and Rachel Summers. We got members of the Hellfire Club. They are now available. Again, the same way they're going to be farmable. I'm hoping I can get my Rachel powered up there. I got a 4 diamond. So I'll be looking forward to getting that Rachel. Let's look at the communication from that. So same deal, that announcement was made that the Hellfire Club is available to be recruited. So Rachel Summers, right, we saw her, she's in that spot permanently in the character store. So she'll be there every day. We can farm her, get 5 shards of her every day. Sebastian Shaw, is now in the Spotlight Raid Orb. So if we have Spotlight Raid Orbs, we can open enough to guarantee that we max out our Sebastian Shaw. And if we didn't know, Azazel is now on Nexus Hard 5-9, so we can farm him if we wish to every day as well. So again, just to reiterate, Sebastian Shaw, we see we got him maxed out there. He's in the Spotlight Raid Orb. So just count how many shards you have left to get to maximum. You get 5 every Spotlight Raid Orb. So just count how many you need by 5s, and you can get your Sebastian Shaw maxed out today. Next up is Azazel, and we see Azazel is right there on Nexus Hard Mode 5-9. That is a training material orb. So if you're still, right, you probably got to farm it every day anyway. Azazel's not really my favorite guy, but you need training materials anyway. So you might as well farm that one to get him up, as well as get your training material stash increased. And then Rachel Summers, she's just going to be right there on that front page in the store every single day. So again, just reiterating, we're in the character section, Age of Annihilus. She's going to be in the front right up here. She's going to be in this top area every single day. So again, the point is to come here every day, get 5 shards of your Rachel, get her maxed out. And again, man, I'm want to see what happens. I got a 4 diamond on her, so I'd like to see what happens. It's going to be a minute before we get up there, but I'd like to see her power at that level. We've covered everything in the blog post. We'll see what we're actually able to accomplish throughout the week as we get actual numbers on the different events. So, hey, are you ready for another week of Marvel Strike Force? How are you doing? How is your family? And yo, man, did you check this video out right here? Please do if you haven't already, because it's legit.